Hey guys, Marco here, back once again from mycolorscreen, where we help you create brilliant looking Android home screens for your phone. So without any further ado, let us cue the intro. Great, so the screen we'll be recreating today is a brilliant screen of the day by the author called Zo Arquenix with his home screen called Blurtopians. And what can I say, this is a brilliant put together screen. It has so many things to it. Let's have a closer look, shall we? So starting off with the home screen, it's got pretty much all the information that you need on this line, such as your time, your date, your weather, battery info, as well as some jump to shortcuts. Now he's gone for a Jarvis Siri type of vibe where it's almost as if the phone's trying to help you out or trying to speak to you, I guess, or give you some information. So something like this will change every 2 hours. It won't always have the same text that we can see before us. And it's also wants to help you make like a personal assistant type of vibe that comes with your phone. So if you want to make a phone call, just tap there and it brings up your dialer. Want to send a text message, just tap there and it brings it up. Pretty cool. I really enjoy that. Let's go check out our schedule. So tapping there will bring us to our first page. It's got your simple calendar widget, that all the information that you need to know for your agenda. Let's slide across here. It'll come to our social media. Now there's quite a lot going on here. So you can see it's got different shortcuts that say if you tap your Twitter icon, will bring you up into your Twitter. Pretty cool. So I really enjoy it about that phone, and you can change these pretty much. It's pretty easy to change. So swiping again will bring us to our home screen, and then swiping again will bring us to our exhibition hall, or it's pretty much your gallery and your media. So if you wanted to go into your media or your music, just tap in the music icon there. Remember, PSDs have been provided, so you're welcome to change all of these at will. So finally, you got your app drawer, and what I really like about this is that, look at that, it's almost as if it's in a little box type of vibe, not in the entire screen, which I really enjoy. And if we scroll across, it says processing, which I really like as well. Just a little added extra. And then finally, wrapping it up, we've got our power toggles. So say if we wanted to quickly change something, we'll just tap in the corner here and it'll bring us, say you want to turn off your Wi-Fi, turn on your Bluetooth, just tapping it like that will bring it on. Looks really cool. And to get into your search, just tap it like that, brings us to our Google search. So if you'd like to know how to recreate this brilliant looking Android home screen, let us begin with today's video tutorial. Also take note that the lock screen will be in part 2. So if you want to watch it right now, just click over here and it'll bring you to how to set up this brilliant looking lock screen. It is a slightly long setup as there's quite a lot to go through. But don't worry, I'll be going through it step by step. So without any further ado, let's bring to you today's video tutorial. Boom. Alrighty then, so the very first thing you want to do, as you can see, I'll be having my stock SS launcher here. We're going to swipe across to applications, whereby you'll go into your file explorer. I recommend ES File Explorer. As what I recommend you do is to either download it straight onto your phone or onto your computer, extract it, and then paste it back onto your phone. Is the folder for this setup. As you can see, it's the Blurtopians folder, and it's got a few folders and files that are necessary for this setup. It's got your preferences, so that'll come with your SS launcher backup, your power toggle backup, as well as your 2 Zooper widget skins backups as well. This comes with your background as well as some other icons. Didn't really need them, but they might be necessary for later on, but you might find them useful, as well as the 2 PSDs, which allow you to edit every single one of these screens, including the lock screen. So if something doesn't fit quite too well, you definitely want to be editing these. So the first thing we want to do is to go into our preferences here. So we're going to start with our power toggle zip file here. We want to copy it, select copy there, go back into your into your main SD card folder. Let's go back, and here we see our power toggles folder here. We want to be just pasting it just like that. It's going to paste it into our file folder here, and that's that done for our power toggles done. Very easy to do. You want to go back into your preferences now. And next thing you want to do is copy your Zooper widget files. It's these 2.zw files here. Just select both, select copy again. But now you want to go into your Zooper widget folder. But the one thing you must take note is that you do need the pro version for this. Otherwise, yeah, you can't get custom templates onto your phone without the full version. So here's my SD card. Here's my Zooper widget folder. You want to go into templates now and just paste those two in like that. Very easy to do. Boom, just paste it in like that. So those are our 2 backups done. If this Power Toggles folder doesn't appear, the one thing you do want to do is to go into Power Toggles, go into your menu, select backup whatever theme you have currently running, and then it should hopefully generate this folder for you. I'm not too sure about that, so just keep that in mind. Almost forgot, another one that you want to copy onto your phone. It'll also be included in one of the links below, is the Blurtopians Home MCS UZip. They'll be needed for this little setup here with the text and the icon, so just remember that. Great, so as long as you got all those folders copied into the correct places, you got all the wallpapers onto your phone, then we can begin with customizing SS Launcher. Great, so let's jump straight into our SS Launcher settings. We're going to select back or menu if you have some other phone, and we want to get into our SS Launcher settings here. So the very first thing we're going to be doing is to be adding some more pages like we see over here. So we're going to be adding in 3 extra cover pages. As you can see, home is our first cover page. Apps is going to be another page that we'll need. So we can actually just delete the other ones first. Let's do that. So we're going to delete hot. You can delete contacts just by selecting the bin. Credits as well. Let's go for bookmarks finally as well. Now you want to select new page. So I'm going to be sticking to what the background wallpapers are called. So the first one will be called schedule. So I'll just keep it with schedule as well. So schedule done. We're going to select OK. Make sure that it is a cover page, otherwise it's going to get a bit funky dunky. So schedule done. The next one is that social media page. So you can just call it what the author called it, shock med, just to keep things the same. Next one you want to be, well, the final one you want to be doing is that exhibition hall, the one with your movies and stuff. So exhibition hall like that, select OK, and those are those done. Now it's cool about rearranging pages with SS Launcher. Only thing you want to do, say for schedule, is hold down on it, drag it to the top, don't let it go away, so it's above home, as well as for SOCMED. So we're going to hold down on it and then drag it up just above home. So we got, and then exhibition hall above applications. So it should be going schedule, SOCMED, home, exhibition hall, and then applications. Very easy to do. But now we want to be customizing each one of these wallpapers so that there are a different one for each one of these pages. So let's start with schedule. We're going to be selecting the little wallpaper icon there. As you can see, there are no images here, but we're going to be adding some. So we're going to select add an image. We can go whatever one we want. I'm going to just go for my quick pick. And here, as you can see, are all the page backgrounds that should hopefully pop up on your phone. If not, you might just check that you paste them into the correct places. So the first one is our schedule. So you just need to look for schedule, select it, and there it pops up. Now I'm going to be doing it kind of a shorter way by adding in all the images now, just so it makes things a little bit, because now you can do them all straight away and then you can just select them at a later stage. So the next one is SOCMED, so we're just going to select that one. We're going to select add an image again, do the exact same procedure. As you can see, it's a lot quicker doing it like this. So the next one is our home page. We're going to select add an image again. Very quick procedure here. Exhibition hall, doesn't even matter what order you do it in, as long as you just get all the ones that are necessary. And the final one is apps. So those are all added, and they'll be staying here for each one of your wallpaper setups. So let's go for the first one, which is schedule. So we just want to select it, and it's now saved under schedule. We're going to be doing it now for SOCMED. So I'm just going to be doing the exact same thing, but as you can see, all the wallpapers pop up again. So going to select SOCMED, and it is done. Home, same thing. Where is it? There it is. So easy and simple. Exhibition hall, same thing. And then same goes for apps. So all of those wallpapers are done. Don't even worry about that. So now we can jump into our theme settings for SS Launcher. So the first one you want to be editing is your animation. Going to select it now. Let's slow it down a bit, get that speed up to just 200. The type, you want to be changing it to a rush type, and the effect will be number 5. So keep that in mind. You can toggle it however you want, but I'm going to be leaving it like this. So I'm going to go back now, go into our label now. We're going to scroll down to hide labels, select apply changes. That'll now get rid of those labels at the top that we do not need. Now what we want to be doing is change all the text to black. Why black? Well, in the app drawer, as you saw earlier, that they were all black, and if it's white you won't be able to see any icon text, and it's not too good. So we're just going to be selecting each one of the large, medium, and small text. Go into your text color and make it black. Now the one thing, do not forget this, is always scroll down with SS Launcher. No matter what menu you're in, you want to select apply changes. I always forget, and it never saves it if you just select back. So if we're going to medium text, you want to select your black again. Scroll down, select apply changes. Always remember that, and Yeah, always remember it. So you're going to go small text, text color, black again, select the black, go down, apply changes. Very easy. All that is done. Next, we want to scroll down into our margins and others. We're going to be selecting our application draw now, as we want to be changing these margins just so that it gets squished in a little. So for the X margins, the ones on the left and the right hand side, we can both change that to a 20 and a 20. So remember, this might not work for each phone, especially if you've got a small phone's device. So stick with the 2020 and the ones at the top for now. And if it's good, then it's good. If it's not, you might want to be just adding them a bit or decreasing some of them. So for the two Y coordinates, you want the first one to be a 158. It is quite specific. So like I said, if it's too little, then increase it slightly. And for the bottom one, you want to make it an 81. So just go back, select 81, and voila. Don't go back now. You want to select the massive OK button. So boom, just like that, it sets the margins. Don't go back, as yeah, not fun. So that is all of our theme settings complete. Remember, you don't want to go back. You want to always scroll down to the menu and select apply changes, as this will now set up everything for you. It should hopefully have all of your different screens up here. Next, we're going to be changing in the background, as I just noticed that, and that's not good. So you want to hold down on the screen. You want to select wallpaper now. Great, so as it goes, if you've got an S3 or a phone with a similar resolution, then you want to just go into your gallery and then just set the standard, that processing wallpaper that it comes with. So not too much worry there. However, next is 4, guys. You want to be going into your good old wallpaper wizardry. So you want to find that folder where you've copied it into. It should be, if it's in your, go back into your folders here, it should be in your, I think, page, background page, wallpapers. Page background, here we go. Now it's a bit confusing with wallpaper wizardry, it doesn't really give you labels. So you can just hold down on one of it and it'll say loading page. So that's good. We want to select that loading page now, and you just want to go into your set. You want to go quick. You want to deselect no scroll, or select no scroll, and you want to stretch it to your portrait. So it's going to set it up and stretch it accordingly. So now when you scroll between things, it's got all necessary wallpapers. Might look a bit funky at the top there, because now we're going to be selecting back, or going back into our menu and going into our preference settings. So these are the next main things we'll be changing. First thing will be selecting full screen. So you don't have that status bar at the top, but do not worry, you can still slide down for an easy set to see what you have. Next, you want to scroll down a bit more and you want to get into rotation and enable that just so you can keep going between all the pages. It looks really good. And then finally, you want to go back to the top and select hide bar, and that is all of them done. We just need to select back now, go and then see how it looks. Looks much better now. There we go. So that is that done. That is our SS launcher settings, or the background settings, to be done. So now we can focus on all the nitty gritty stuff, all the widgets. So first things you want to do is just get rid of these widgets that come with SS launcher. You could have also just done this in the beginning, but yeah, you can just get rid of them just like that. Just about holding them, dragging them to the bin. Very easy setup. So that's our widgets gone. Next, we're going to scroll across all the way into our schedule. We'll be jumping into the first widget, which will be simple calendar widget that brings us all of our agenda. So in order to add simple calendar, very easy to do. You want to hold down on the home screen, select new widget, and you can see it's got all of the cool looking groups here. So we want to go to the one that we need, simple calendar widget. Now I went for a large version, worked out pretty well, but as always with with SS launcher is that you can just resize it pretty much however you want. So you just want to resize it so it's more or less in the middle. Select back now, and you want to select the side, which will bring up the simple calendar widget editor here. Remember, we do have a complete guide, so check in the link below for a complete guide to simple calendar widget. So the first thing we want to do is jump into our appearance. We want to go into our skin tweaks, where we can change all of our layouts and that. I'm going to stick to the stock layout, but we do want to be changing the line color to that cool looking orange. If you want to get it to be exact, I'm pretty sure this is pretty good. So you just want to select the code here. You just want to remove everything, and you want to just select F45535. So that should be it done. We're going to select OK, and yeah, it's got that cool looking orange. So remember that number there. We're going to be selecting OK. That is our line color done. Then we can just go back now. For our background color, however, we do want that to be transparent. So I'm sorry, Gingerbread fans, you might have to resort to something else that can change the background transparency. For the rest of us, we can slide it across all the way to the right hand side and select OK, so that it's now fully transparent, which will allow us to move into our font options. Now these font options are just going to be for the non-highlighted text, so we're going to be making all of them black. So we're going to go into our day of the month, select the white color there and drag it down so that it's black, and select OK, and then select apply. Now you're just going to be doing all of those for all of these right here. So another time, day of the week, select white, select black, select OK, select apply. Quick and simple. Just do it a few more times for all of these. Great, so once you've changed all of the font to black, you want to select back now. You want to now go into your highlight today's events. So that means that if you've got a cool event on today, it's going to be highlighted in an orange color, which really looks really badass. So we want to go into select highlight today events, and next you want to go into your font options. So similar effect here, we're going to go into our text, but now this time the color, we're not going to be making it black. We're going to select the code once again and select that same F45535. So we're just going to go down. I do recommend you hold down on it and select copy, as now you can just copy paste this into the rest of them. We're going to select OK. It's orange, select OK, select apply. So you're going to be just doing those for the rest of them. So once you've changed all the font colors, well, today's events font colors, you can just welcome to go back, select back again, and now you can just select the eye there to just see, make sure everything looks good. Unfortunately, I don't have any of today's events lined up, so it's not going to show anything orange, but you get the idea. We're just going to select back now and select back again. Select the tick, you're welcome to back it up in case you remove it and want to just redo it later again. But for now, we're just going to select the tick, and it should hopefully set everything up just like that. So that is our first widget done. Swipe across, as now we're going to be moving on to adding in application shortcuts. Great, so this is going to be quite a big part of your setup, as there are a lot of shortcuts to add, not just the social media page, but for the home and as well as the exhibition hall page as well. So we're going to just swipe across, going to go into our first social media page, going to hold down on any area you want, make sure that you remember where it is, as we're going to be going into new shortcut. Now you're welcome to use desktop visualizer, say new widget and say desktop visualizer widget, but because this is SS launcher, I'm just going to stick with their built-in settings, and I'll show you a little handy trick what you can do later, which really makes this whole process a lot quicker. Going to be selecting type, make sure that it's an application, and then you can go into your target. So for that one that was Instagram, we're going to be selecting Instagram just like that, because yes, mycolorscreen does now have an Instagram account. You might want to check in the link below. So you want to go into your style now. You want to select the one just before this icon here, so this one over here, as it's just blank, it's got no text. So next you want to select icon, you want to select icon again, and you want to select add an image. Now you do need a blank PNG, which you do need to copy onto your phone. Check in the resources below. So you have to just copy it onto your phone, select the blank PNG, it should hopefully be blank, and you just need to select it as it'll now set the icon. But remember, scroll down, select apply changes, do not forget that. And that is our first icon done. We want to select apply changes. So it's going to be over here. Make sure that you got your little box around it, as now you can resize the padding like that. So it doesn't really matter as long as you get it into more or less the center. You're welcome to make it a bit bigger like that. So that looks pretty much, if you tap it there, you're going to open up Instagram. And now that is done. We can tap away. So once you select it, it'll open up Instagram like that. Now what you want to be doing, and what makes it different as opposed to using desktop visualizer, as we can now hold down on this and select copy over here. Now we can just hold down again and select paste, and it pastes it, say, over Twitter. Now, why is that useful? Well, now we can hold down on this one that we just created. We can select edit, we can select target, we can select your Twitter app like, say, Falcon Pro, scroll down, select apply changes. So tapping on Twitter will bring up Falcon Pro. Do you see what I'm getting at? We can hold down on, say, WhatsApp here, select paste, paste it over there, and now we can just hold down on it again, select edit, select your target, and you can pretty much guess what I'm going to do now is go into select WhatsApp, scroll down, select apply changes. So why is this great? Well, now you can just apply this to your, say, for your social. You can go into your home and select, make all of these the same thing. You just want to hold down on it, select paste. It's going to paste it now. Because it's a block, you don't want that, so you just want to select it, the little handle here, and just make it wider, and then you can make it pretty much exactly that size. Now all you'd have to do is select that same procedure and then change that, say, to your phone. But now what's great is that you can hold down on this one, you can select copy on this one, and you can hold down here again and select paste. So now you have all of these sizes exactly the same as the one before. Pretty neat. I really enjoyed that about SS Launcher. All you'd have to do now is configure each one of these. So you just say hold down, select edit, and change it to say text messages or whatever else you want. Now one thing you want to take note is that the one at the bottom which says show my schedule, you want to hold down. I'm just going to do this one, select paste. Now this one's a bit different, as if you select back, you're going to hold down on it, select edit, as now it's not going to be a application, it's going to be a page for the type. So you're going to select page, you want to select target now, and you want to select schedule and select OK, select apply changes. So now selecting that will bring up your schedule, which I think is pretty cool. So you want to be doing that for all of these icons over here, like I said, all of these ones over here, and same goes for the exhibition hall. For these four, you can make it like a big block over each one of them. So that is your shortcut settings done. It's your social media page done. So we're going to scroll across to the main page or the home page, as we'll be adding in the last of our widgets. So the first things we'll be adding on this page will be the 2 Zooper widgets. Make sure that you copy those custom templates into the Zooper widget folder before you start this, as you're going to be adding them in now. Let's start off with the front one at the top here. We're going to hold down on the home screen, select new widget. Yes, that's right. We're going to scroll down to Zooper widget Pro. So let's go for a 7x2 just to keep things on the safe side. It's going to be a bit big now. Don't worry, just select back now. Select the hand. As now it comes up with these different options to choose from for Zooper widget, we want to be selecting SD card, as hopefully now it should show you the one that you've copied into that correct folder. We're going to be selecting Blurtopians-info, got all the little time and dates and weather and all that kind of stuff. So it's going to import it for you. You're going to select back quickly just to see what the setup looks like. It's going to take a while just to adjust everything. And there it is, set up. Now you're welcome just to move this padding a little bit just to make things a bit more in place, as it might take some adjusting to do. So as you can see, mine a little bit to one side and a little bit to one side on that side. So we're just going to select back, going to tap the skin now, as it'll bring up our editor. So say for our temperature, it is a cool 34 degrees, which seems a bit hot actually. I don't think that's quite right. We're going to go into layout, select that 34 now, as now we want to just move it over across a little bit. So if we select the Y offset, move it one big one to one across. Let's see, go back, see what it looks like. Takes a few seconds to update, but there it is. It looks much better. You want to do the same, say, for battery as well. Now, one thing a lot of people might complain is that it's in Celsius, not in Fahrenheit. So we want to select it again. For the Fahrenheit fans out there, we want to go into our global preferences. We want to deselect use Celsius, as now it'll make it in Fahrenheit. Great, so once you've deselected that, it should hopefully show it in Fahrenheit, but unfortunately underneath it's still going to say in Celsius. Why won't that change? Well, that's because it's the wallpaper, but luckily the author has provided the PSD, so it'll just be a little quick change of just editing that text layer and making it say in Fahrenheit instead. So that is that done for Zooper widget. You're also welcome to add modules on tap. So if you had to say tap the time, it'll open up the clock. And we also have the complete guide to Zooper widget in the link below. So if you want to check it out a bit more and see what this awesome app's all about. That's the first one done. We're just going to be adding in the one beneath it, that own little Java thing. It looks pretty cool. We're going to select somewhere and say new widget. And we want to go for another Zooper widget. So we're just going to select it now. Let's say go for a 7x1 this time. See how that turns out. Just make sure that it's in this general area. We're just going to say tap to start, and same thing, we're going to go SD card, we're going to swipe down, we're going to be selecting the Jarvis one this time. How cool, really nice. We're going to select back, see how that turns out. It's going to set it up a little, do its thing, and there it is, added like that. We can now just move it around, just get it in the correct place. So that looks much better. That is your Zooper widgets added. Next thing you'll want to do is to add in the UCCW that I just created myself. I know it's not exact, and that is because the text is a paid for text. It costs like something like $29 for this font over here. Check in the description below for more info, but for now I just went for the closest one that I could find. So in order to add that UCCW widget, you're also welcome to just add this in for PSD, but if you don't have Photoshop, this will be good for now. So you want to select new widget this time. You want to scroll down to good old UCCW. That's where is it now? There it is. You can choose any size. I'm just going to go for a 2x2, and from now it's going to process and do all that stuff. You want to select use zip. Now you just want to make sure that you've copied this use zip onto your phone. Find where you've copied it, and you just want to select it. Don't need to edit it or anything like that. It's going to import it for you. It's going to just have a little hand there. You just want to select back now. So now you can select the hand. It's going to show you up with this skin now. You can just make it a little bit bigger to make it suit your needs. And then just get it into more or less the center like that. We're going to select it now, as obviously you don't want to have the picture that I've provided. So say if you want to change that, very easy to do. You just want to select your background now, which will open up your select objects. And now you want to go into image 1, which is this one over here. You want to select image now, find a cool image. So say if you just wanted like a little doggy like this, it's going to be probably a massive picture. Or not, you just want to select scale to get into a correct scale. So now you can just move it so it's more or less in the position. And then hopefully if you say select something like your background like this, it will then crop everything out for you. You might just have to adjust the image size a bit. I didn't spend too long on this, but you're welcome to make your own. And I think it works out pretty well for you guys that don't have Photoshop. So we're just going to select back and it'll have whatever icon you want there. You're also welcome to change the text at the top. So if you go static text 1, we swipe across to all the way to text, and you can change it to whatever else you want. So I'm just going to leave it like that for now. Now you're also welcome to add hotspots if you want, but I'm going to leave it just blank for now, as now we just want to go into our menu here, lock widgets, and then say on. It's going to lock our widgets, so tapping that will not do anything. We're almost done, guys. We just need to add in the 2 shortcuts over here. One for one for the search, and then one for to bring up your custom power toggles, which looks really badass. Great, so in order to add in the little search one over here, I might have not mentioned this, well I don't think I did, but all you want to do is say for this phone call one, you just want to hold down on it, you want to select copy again, and you just want to paste it into the top corner there. So you just want to hold down, select paste, and pretty easy to do. I know it's a cheap trick. So you just want to move it into the corner there, and the app that you'd want to open is just your Google app that'll bring up your Google Now. So tapping it will bring up hopefully Google Now, whatever else you want for search. So I really enjoy that. Final thing you want to do is for the power toggles. It's a little bit different now, but again, I want you to hold down on that, select copy, and then paste it over here. So now when you're going to hold down on this area here, we're going to select edit. We're going to select target now. For type, we want to select type, and we want to select others, as this is going to be a little bit different from the rest. We're going to select target this time. Scroll down all the way to pop-up widget, as now it's going to be adding in a pop-up widget. Don't worry, we've got the complete guide to pop-up widget if you get very confused, as it's got a slight learning curve to this app. Hopefully you haven't recreated this thing already. You want to select create a new pop-up widget. From here we're going to be selecting power toggles, so we're going to scroll down all the way. Let's keep going. So there's our power toggles there. We're going to select it now. It's going to have all of this little stuff here. We do not need to worry about that, as we weren't more worried about going into our menu here. We want to go restore backup. From here, you want to select your Blurtopians power toggles zip. Hopefully you've copied it into the power toggles folder. If not, you just want to go into your menu here, create backup, and then it'll hopefully create that folder for you. If it's not there, I'm not too sure. And then just, paste that power toggles zip there. So we've restored the backup. It looks very good. You're welcome to remove them or change whatever else you want. As well, I'm just going to leave this for now. We're going to select done now. So that is our toggles done. So now we can start editing some of the things that we want to for the pop-up widget. From here, we want to go into our title. This is a little handy, so we can just call it something like blur. So we just know what we're adding. We're going to go into our animation this time. We're going to select slide from left. So it looks really cool, slides out from the left there. Next, what you want to do is go into your customized position. Now remember guys, this is for the paid version of pop-up widget, otherwise it will not allow you to do this custom position. So just remember that. It's a very cheap app and I highly recommend it. I've really had so much fun with this great app. We want to select customized position. Now input position, for our X position, we want to make it a 104, which is like the author said, but it might not work for every phone. So just keep it like this for now, and you can always just change it whenever you want. For the Y, we want it to be 6. So it's going to be 6 down. We want to select done and select OK. From here, we want to go back, and there your blur should hopefully be selected. So what you want to do now is then select, and now it should hopefully all be done. We want to select apply settings. So for my Nexus 4 fans out there, I went for a 130 by 15. That seemed to work out pretty good, as well as just making this a bit wider and a bit shorter. So that looks pretty good. We're just going to go back, select back again, and make sure to go apply changes. So now when you tap it, boom, just like that. Looks really cool. I really enjoy that. You can just say turn on your Bluetooth. So quick and simple. Just turn it off again. tap away or tap wherever you want and it'll go away. And all you have to do is to just copy the search one into each one of these search icons at the top. Same goes for this little pop-up power toggles. You just want to do it for each one of these screens. And after all this time, that is our home screen complete. I know it takes a bit of tinkering and some trial and error, but in the end, it's a brilliant looking screen. So thank you very much guys for watching. This is the home screen complete. Next we'll be moving on to that lock screen, which if in case you forgot, let's just unlock it like that. Really badass. It's got your little picture there, it's got your sign in. You can either just lock the screen like that, or if you want, you can unlock it. How cool. So thank you very much guys for watching. Don't forget to subscribe to our mycolorscreen channel, as well as check out our Facebook, Google+, Twitter community, Instagram community, the blog. We got everything, so check everything in the description. Thank you very much. You might want to click the link over there to jump into our lock screen now. So other than that, Marco here. Thanks for watching, and as always, don't stop customizing.